Okay, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and I am Ritu Jolly, and we are live from the IIHM Kolkata studio. We have a very wonderful guest here with us this afternoon, and we have Mr. Amlan Chaudhary. Amlan is the director of Slush Hospitality Private Limited, and not only that, but he's also alumni of IIHM, having graduated from here in the year 2001. Welcome to our show, Amlan.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. And how are you?
Very well, thank you. So just to give you a little brief, Slush Hospitality has a number of restaurants, pubs, and food court in East India. They have a very wide presence in East India. Amran, share your journey with us since you graduated from college.
Ritu, when I'm from the, as you said, from 2001 batch, so I joined college in 1998, and those were the days where IIHM used to be in Salt Lake in EC 37 and EC 268. We had got two campuses then, and then those are the days, you really we remember and we cherish. We used to be in a different kind of a campus in newer days. So there we started from 1998, and apparently the whole journey in the entire hotel hospitality industry started. So I did my industrial training in 1999 from the Oberoi's, and after that, well, I had on campus, got through Leela Bangalore, I got through Park Hotels as well as in Oberoi's. But then again, I had some different plans at that point of time. So I was not in a plan of relocating, because I got through Leela Bangalore, I got to Oberoi's in Delhi, I got in Park in Delhi. So, but I wanted to, because my future plans were something else. So I wanted to be in the city and start the career way back then.
Right.
So since then, initially I started as an assistant manager with the HHI, and then apparently I moved on into, though it was not again in my plans, but the situation was such that I did, and it was quite a very good offer that I joined in the opening team of ITC Fortune Landmark in Indore. And from then I was there for a couple of years, and then I shifted my industry because my plan was to set up my own, and once you go walking directly into some hotel, you don't have that time to do it for yourself. So I moved on to corporate, to a corporate sector. Like I started with Modi Groups, where I was taking care of the customer relations of Eastern India. Then I started my own ventures from 2007.
Okay.
So from 2007, I started off, but then again, with the the current scenario, how kind of you have to put in yourself to start off a new venture, and that too into the F&B trade. So I kept on working side by, and I had worked with Unitech Limited for almost 8 years when I was setting up my I was on expansion mode. So those were the exact 8 years of life wherein I actually had the toughest time of my whatever growth I've been doing, because the reason is, when I was working from 9:30 to 6 o'clock with the company, and after that I used to be in my operations, and again come back, end up the day by 2:30 at night, and again 9:30 you're back. So those are the times which were the main times when I had had to pull the graph up. And yes, there's always a saying that during those period you have to sacrifice a lot many things, and those have been done. The entire social life had gone out of the radar, because everything I was looking at is only just to establish it. So then slowly when uh, I could see that yes, things have got much more settled, and I feel that yes, I can no more do justice to the company that I am also associated with. So then I had to put down my papers, and I moved on and concentrated on the expansions. So that was the thing, and this is what we are, and my whole team, like I have an excellent team with me. Without, I'll tell you, in my entire journey, without the team and having people who have been working with me for last 8, 9, 10 years, so that have been a very good contribution into my career, of course, and then improve that, because it cannot be a one-man show in this kind of an industry. You need to have a very good team and a very good, people who will be taking care of it as it is their own. So that's how it is.
Fabulous, a fabulous journey really of starting out, working with different organizations, and then venturing out on your own and becoming an entrepreneur today, and spreading your wings. It's commendable. It's commendable, and we definitely wish you all the very best as you move along. Tell me, when you started out your career, you worked in hotels as well as in the roles of customer service. So, we always tell a student that, well, hospitality is not just limited to hotels or restaurants. It's very wide. It's all encompassing. When you talk about service industry, it's a lot about any role in customer service. One would look for, say, a hospitality professional, right? Do you agree to that?
Yes, I do. See, being an hospitality professional, I will always say, that was, I still remember the day we started in 1998 with IIHM. The first briefing that was being given to us was that today is the day that you are starting in your life, and, and everything along with it, you have to put it into the back seat, and this is only what you have to be on your front seat. And that was, and people who have been, my friends, my batchmates, they have been settled in very good positions to this date. They are general managers and executive chefs and all, and we all have been sacrificing. And that I always say that, yes, I agree to it, because this industry, we have to put in a lot of focus, a lot of maybe your mental focus, you have to be physically fit, because that you got a lot of your physical strengths and all, everything. So I do agree.
And what has been your secret for success, and what has kept you inspired and kept you going? Working in an organization, planning your own.
I will tell this because I'll start from very beginning, from my IHM days itself, before I started my own career. In IHM, I'll just be a little more, talk a little more in
Sure,
length.
Please go ahead. We'd love to hear.
So I still remember 1998, it was the month of December. We were just around 6-7 months in college. So first day, we have been called, and we have to say that we have to go to Taj Bengal for a casual training. So that point of time, a casual training is something we don't understand. We don't know. We have not seen the industry from inside. So that was the first, we had that kind of excitement that, okay, we'll be seeing the industry. We'll be seeing the industry today, and let us go and see what happens in a hotel. Right. So that was the first, and I'll also tell that was the first, I think, the earning that I've done that in my whole life, and those
Right.
days used to be very, very minimum, but that used to be very good for, like, that is to be our, that is to be our more excitement of being there. And timing was like, we used to have classes from 9 o'clock till 5:30, and then report to the hotel at 7 o'clock, come back it was all weddings and all, you have to be in banquets. So come back at around 4:30 in the morning, and again be at 9 o'clock. And, those are the first step, those are the first step where we were being taught that this is what you need to follow to be success in your life. Your discipline,
Right.
your timings, your punctualities rather. So everything you have to, and you cannot, you cannot complain. You cannot complain that I've come back at 4-5 in the morning. I cannot come at 9 o'clock for classes. And we were being, it has been trained in a way that we couldn't have, even dared to, talk to our faculties that yesterday we were late and all that. So that's very normal. We haven't said, simply been told that it's very normal. You've not done anything big. You've just seen the hotel, and this is your life. So that's how. And then In 99 April, I went to Oberoi's for my trainings. That was the 6 months of lifetime experience, which I'll tell any hotelier will remember in the throughout the life. That 6 months you are in a hotel doing everything from the ground jobs to the managerial jobs, because you've been trained for everything. So those 6 months were another phase where we have been doing good. And yes, in Oberoi's, since then, I still have, contacts with those people. Uh, I was being awarded as the best industrial trainee of all the colleges in India who serve training, including a special performance certificate. Those days, Oberoi Grand Calcutta had the coffee shop called La Terrace, and there was a fortnight long Mexican food festival called Casa Mexicana. So I had an outstanding performance out there. So they have, given me with a certificate that for an outstanding performance. So, and in fact, apart from the 180 days of training, since my college opening days was that we had some grace times that extended my timings also by my days by 20 days, 21 days I was extended for just like the department had said, let him stay back for another 20 days since he has time. So though Oberoi doesn't have such policies and all, but HR really had to, work out an extra effort. So, and that was done. And then slowly things came on and we came back second year. We started our class in second year. I must tell you, today I feel very happy, though yes, I'm unfortunate I haven't been every day. I plan to be there, but I cannot be. The Fest Rigolo, and the first food fest of IIHM was done by our batch.
Wow. How lovely is that?
That was the first food fest we did in Nalban, Calcutta we did. And apparently I was being selected as the, they used to call it, you are the general manager for the food fest. So that was completely been controlled by me. Everything was there. We had an excellent team of service team, excellent team of my batchmates who were chefs, and few juniors were also there with me there and helping us. And at the end of the night, when everything went very well, Mr. Bose, Mrs. Bose really congratulated us that this is one more milestone that we have, being able to do it. And I must say, the food display that night, I don't know, I really don't have the pictures. I keep on seeing some of my batchmates. The food presentations, the preparations, everything, the setup, the entire F&B setup was fabulous that evening. So those are the things. From colleges it all started, and then when campus interviews were being done. So, and there's one more thing, Mrs. Bose at times used to call us into her room sometimes, and in her room, the student of the year trophy used to be kept. So whenever I used to go there and I used to look at that. So one day she asked me also, why do you always come into my room, listen to me, look at that? I said, I don't know, maybe I get that. And I was lucky enough in the convocation, I was awarded the student of the year.
I've always been a star performer. From the very beginning, a star performer, be it in industrial training or in college, and so I think very self-driven.
Yes, I did. So because I'll tell you about my person, because I have been from I hail from Siliguri, basically from North Bengal. Okay, and from the year 1996, I'm been staying of my own alone in Calcutta. So everything happened, I used to stay alone. I kept on doing everything of my own. So driving of self has been into it. So nothing was, have been an abruptions of anything that I would stop me. So, and then it all started.
What message would you have really for students who aspire to become entrepreneurs today? There's so many youngsters today who, rather than working for an organization, have very, they are very aspirational and they wish to start their own venture. Some of them do begin in a small way, and then they have dreams and aspirations. What message would you have for them?
See, first of all, I'll be for telling them that most importantly, your basics has to be very, very clear. Your basics has to be very, very clear. This 3 years that we spend, out of which 6 months we spend into training again. You need to learn every small and every minute details, and that helps you. Today's date, even I keep on implementing things into my outlets. I myself walk into the kitchen, in the production area, walk into the store area and speak to them, speak about various raw material, various sauces, various garnishes, and even ask the chef that how you're doing it. And then I also try to give in my little bit inputs. If you can do it, why didn't we try and do a trial? And those things also work out. So your basics has to be very clear, and you need to be very much focused. You need to be very, like your life has to be very much disciplined. Maybe whatever you do, you party all night, you have a friend's birthday party, you go out with friends and all, but next morning at 9 o'clock, never to be missed. Attendance, because a lot of people we used to see party at night, fever in the morning, stomachache in the afternoon. So those things are there. But again, you cannot cheat yourself. Doing that is exactly what you're cheating yourself. So I'll always tell that do everything, but never compromise on what you are actually supposed to do. Keep that like intact and do whatever you want to do, and everything will fall in place. Everything will fall in place. That's one. And then we have also I just see nowadays that a lot of people are just passing out and suddenly starts to become an entrepreneur. But I will always suggest be in the industry for a few years. See the industry in and out. You got to learn a lot of many things, because once an average age when a person passes out is 121. So then itself, even you have a backup for finances or capital for starting of us doing a startup. But then again, the experience, which is that counts. So I will always tell about it that people should always, work in hotels for a particular period of time, and slowly you start making plans that yes, I'll become an entrepreneur. And then once you are an entrepreneur, then your key to your success is your people. Your people has to be happy, because at the end of the day, they're the people who are also behind you, who are making you successful. So they need to be happy, in the sense everything should be, and most importantly is communication with them.
Right.
It's starting from I'll always prefer that being an entrepreneur, the way you was talking to your outlet in charges, your general managers, you should also have a communication with the junior level staffs also, because there are certain things and certain ideas do even come up. It's not always the senior management gives us the best ideas. It's even for the junior team also, a lot of good ideas come up, and we always implement that. So it's open to all. So it's kind of a communication has to be very open, and they have to be always been said that you be on the right kind of an attitude. That's how.
Great, lovely. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking with Mr. Amlan Chaudhary, who is the Director of Slush Hospitality Private Limited, and entrepreneur here, really. Wonderful, Amlan. It's been really nice talking to you, and I'm sure your advice would be really good about, maintain your focus, gain your experience, and I think your focus, and you've been extremely self-driven here, really.
No, those things are good. And also one more thing I would like to add up to the people to the new generation. We are actually now entering into a different phase with this unfortunate thing what we are under. All of us are going on through this. COVID-19 was something nobody has thought about it. So you have to also know that the new normal has to come into place. That there are a lot of changes in hospitality industry. A lot of safety measures has to be increased, because our patrons, they has to be safe. They need to be very safe, and we deal with the delicate product called food. which has to be been dealt very, very, very seriously. So
Right.
again, so you need to be on your adaptability has to be very high, that whatever the things are going on, you need to be adaptive and continue with it and go by the way. And the things whenever there is a cure to it, you will be definitely being again coming back to older days. But till then, you need to
True.
go the way.
Yes. Yes. So one has to adapt to change and move along with changing times, because I think our industry is constantly evolving. And so one has to keep pace with what's happening and keep changing ourselves. Really wonderful. That's been really nice, Amlan. Great advice, and it's been really wonderful. So glad you shared your views here with us. Tell me, before we sign out today, what would be your advice for youngsters, for the young ones who are aspiring hoteliers today, or wish to pursue hospitality? What would your advice be to them?
See, you're talking about the people who are already pursuing hospitality, or who are willing
I
to.
would say both those who are passing out, yes, as well as those who wish to now, join hospitality.
First of all, I'll talk about the people who are already pursuing hospitality. Since they are already on board, they need to be, as I told a few minutes back, that you need to be very positive. You need to be, your adaptability to change has to be very high. Anything can happen in this industry. And most importantly is you deal with people who come to your place for an experience. They come for an experience. They just don't come to dine in or grab a drink or something. They come in for an
Absolutely.
luxurious experience. So that has to be given the utmost important. Take care of them. And right, I'll just share. There was a seminar. I exactly don't remember what was that exact seminar was all about, but that was during our colleges itself. Uh, there were a lot of speakers from the pioneers from the industry and all. So one of them he just said, it was when he was giving out. So some people sitting in the audience were looking at their watches. So he just said, I can see many of you who are aspiring hoteliers have been looking at your watches. But I must tell you, being a hotelier, it's mandatory. You need to wear a watch always, but uh, you should never see your watch, because your guests do not come by your watch. They come by their own watch.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
you should always do it, but you should never do it. And if you're seeing it, also seeing it for your guests, not for yourself. So, and that is the message which is, I keep on telling everyone, and taken to these to all the students today's date also, that please do follow this and forget about your timings. And initial few years, you need to, give up, sacrifice everything in this industry if you want to really get successful. Because herein, nothing happens in time. Nothing happens in time. You'll work in a morning shift. Suddenly, you will find out that the second shift person is not turning up for some emergency. You have to continue, and that happens. And that happens. You might have to continue for even more than 24 hours. That happens in the industry. That happens. There have been huge, big seminars, there have been big weddings in the season time, wherein you hardly get to go back home. Maybe 2 days, 3 days later on, you go back home. Just get to go back to locker room, take a nap for 2 hours, 3 hours, and you should be open to that. You can never complain, never crib that, okay, that so much of work, so much of this. That's never. Take this work as fun. And in this industry, everything becomes a family. That is your second home. Everybody out there is family. You will feel that you are at home only, just doing all the courses of work at home, and that's fun. That's fun. At night at 3 o'clock, maybe once all of you sit together, take something for dinner. That's a timing. We have no dinner timings, nothing else. So everything. So that time is your relaxations when everybody discusses about their experience that day, and that gives you satisfaction that yes, I have done this today. So that is important. And people who are aspiring for this, first and foremost, I must tell them that please go through the details of the industry before coming in. There are a lot of people who do join seeing the industry is so glamorous, this is it, but the inside story is absolutely different. So you need to have that kind of a zeal that yes, you can do it, because it's really it's painful to see a lot of people who join and they leave halfway through, that we cannot take this pressure, and that's really, bad. That's not only for anybody, that's for yourself, because you'll be wasting your time, your energy, everything into something that you will not be able to pursue in future, and then you'll quit after, maybe again, I've seen people quitting in after 2 years even. So those things has to be very, being seen properly. You have to understand that this is how the industry is, and I need to be, like, accept the challenges, that how it is to be done. So that's all.
Lovely, yes, and it's, I think at the end of the day, what matters is that it's a lot of fun. As you said, when you unwind at the end of the day, after a long day of work, it's just so much fun. You're working with that young crowd, a lot of energy, meeting the who's who in the industry. It's just so much of fun really in it. And yes, of course, someone like you who's got the opportunity, you followed your dream and you've achieved it, achieved your goals. That's wonderful. Great. It's been really lovely speaking with you, and thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. It's been really nice. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon, and wish you all the very best. Stay safe and stay well. Thank you. Bye-bye. Signing out of the IIHM Kolkata studio.
Thank you. See you everybody. All the best.
Yes. See you soon.